Today's video is all about the power source, the most power, and where does it come from in our swing and our body. A little bit of torque going on there to affect the clubs. Power and speed are two different things. Creates that natural lag that you're after. A lot of other good stuff that you don't really need to know about happens. That's as good as I can hit it. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Warren Bennett. We've got Trev just out of shot down there. So we've got a bit of a gloomy one in the middle range here at Chestfield today, as you can see from the drone shot, but it's dry. Got a bit of a wind coming in today, but hopefully you can't hear too much wind noise on the microphone. So welcome to another video on the February series, and it's Saturday today. If you play golf today, hope it's gone well, and if you're playing golf tomorrow, I wish you well. So today's video is all about the power source, as you can tell from the title. Now power is different to speed. The way we generate our speed can come from our hands and arms. This is power, so I'm going to tell you a little feeling and show you a little exercise that you can do where you can store the power in your swing and let it go. And I'm going to give you a feeling that you see many pros do, but I think you can layer a little bit of this into your swing too. So I'm just going to get the back camera set up. Hopefully the sun will come out and we'll get going. Okay everyone, thanks very much for joining me for another one. And yeah, how can we generate the most power that we can? Obviously some people have got different physical incapabilities and capabilities, but how can we really get the power so we can really unleash the correct speed into the ball? It's like I said in the intro, power and speed are two different things. So I'm going to show you how we can generate the most power and where does it come from in our swing and our body. Okay, so a lot of power, and I'm going to hopefully show you some videos of tour pros. Now, I'm not one for you can do the same as a tour pro. As we know, they're elite golfers, they spend a lot of time in the gym, but how can we do and layer a little bit of this into our swing? So as you can see, when they get 7/8 of the way up, a lot of their power is stored in this motion of their hips and the way they turn their torso. It basically sets them up, keeps their spine angle, and sets the club in a position where they can now release through. But firstly, what they do, and I'd like you to do a little bit of this, is they really store it in this transition. There's a little bit of separation, there's a little bit of motion in this hip area and this band, our torso. So that's moving a little bit before our top half. So if you've got a swing that doesn't create the speed or the power, or there's a little bit kind of independence with the hands and arms and club, you want to feel like there's a little bit of storage going on here in our waist. So I've got a little exercise for you to do. So I've got a driver, you can do it with anything. You can put your hand on the top of your counter or back of your sofa or anything like that, but driver in hand, hand out in front of us. Now, we're not just looking to spin our hips, because I'm a great believer in transition. You want to be able to affect the club. So this needs to be connected to the hands and arms and then club, obviously. If you just spin your hips, that's not going to do anything. That's going to basically detach yourself away from your body to the club. So the club's going to be stuck behind you and you're going to be in a bit of trouble. So instead of just spinning your hips, sit down first and then spin. So there's a difference there. If I just spin, I don't really feel anything here. I'm just spinning my hips and my pockets. But if I sit down and then do it, I can really feel the kind of not a twist, I'm not hurting my back or anything, but I can really feel there's a torque, I would say. Down, you can move forward, a little bit lateral at the same time if you like as well, if you want to introduce a bit of shifting. So there's a sitting, a squatting, a forward and a twisting. It's about as far as I can go. I don't want to go too far. I'm lifting my foot up, kicking my knee in as well. And a few of you may not be able to go as far as I'm doing because of your, bit of physical stuff here. So you can just do a little stretch in the morning, down, forward, tiny bit, and twist, down, and twist, not just twist, down. That down's really going to put a lot of pressure on the shaft here, because remember, what you're really after is keeping your levels, but I like to be able to feel like I'm a little lower into impact, and definitely not higher and pulling away from it. You're getting into the ball here. And to do that correctly, keeping the correct spine angle or improving it even more, there's a down and a twist. That really gets this right arm in this slotted position and creates that natural lag that you're after. And then you can release it and there's your speed at the bottom. So you're generating that torque, generating that pressure, generating the power, and then you can unleash it. Okay, so let's hit one then. So what can we do? Standing over a ball, And remember, this is split second stuff, so practice swings, down and twist. A little bit of torque going on there to affect the clubs. Let's see how I get on. Oh, wow. Now for me, that's as good as I can hit it. So back to the drill. You're on the course, you're at home, waiting for the fairway to clear, down and twist. Remember, there's a limited range of motion, so don't go too mad, especially if you're new to this. Remember, you're putting the different muscles under different stretches there, so just be nice and subtle, down and twist. The motion and the stretch of your body to be affected, and the club to be affected here. You don't just do it for the sake of doing it and the club doesn't get affected, because really you want your body to be able to talk to the golf club. You want it to come along and be affected by the motion of that power source. I'm doing this with a driver, by the way, but you can do it with any club. This is every single swing pretty much you hit full out. Obviously for a pitch shot you don't really create anything like that, anything full out. Let's see if I can layer some power into this swing. Wow, I think I need a bit of this in my golf swing. Oh. So remember, you're not a tour pro and you don't have to do things tour pros do, because they're in a different stratosphere, aren't they, in terms of physical capabilities as well and the amount of time they practice. So, but like I said in many of the videos, you're just after a little bit of this. You don't have to turn yourself into Xander Schauffele overnight or whoever does this. You just need a little bit of it to affect the club. Remember, I'm always here to show you a little bit of an exaggeration, but I love this feeling because it's a stretch. It's a little bit of separation stretch. Have that one thing that affects four, because out of this, a lot of other good stuff that you don't really need to know about happens. Okay everyone, so for myself and a still gloomy middle range at Chestfield, but we'll take it, won't we, Trev? We bid you farewell. Thank you very much for joining me for this 28 video series here in February. I really love making them. Obviously there's a bit of work and I can't get back to everyone straight away, but any comments, any questions that you have, I will get back to you. But at the moment time is limited a little bit because of editing time and getting them out and getting the videos out in time. So I really appreciate everyone's support, especially for liking, subscribing. If you want to share them to your friends to say the Academy's here, I really appreciate it. And especially you people who have joined the Academy through the YouTube scheme, I won't go on about it, it's $2.99 a month. All details below in description, but if you've already joined, thank you so much. Your generosity and support means so much, so thank you very much. Okay everyone, so I'm loving this feeling, so I might go on and hit a few more drivers, and I bid you and I bid you farewell. So for myself and Trev, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great golfing day and we'll see you tomorrow night. So for myself and Trev, cheerio. You haven't got your tennis ball today, have you? I haven't got it. Gonna hit some more.